we had a big update from Twitch. And we're going to read through it together, and we're going to talk about it. Okay? And this will probably be a YouTube video, because, you know, I figured why not? So we're going to run through it and talk about it. That is the plan. Let's read through it. Let's see. Jesus. Is there a way to, like, put this into, like, dark mode? I look like a ghost. Maybe I just turn off my light. Jeez. Alright. We'll just turn off my light for the time being. Wait. Well, listen. Let's read through it. Because there's, I think there's ups and downs here to look at. Okay? Gizmo 10 months. Right. We're gonna read through it. So, Twitch says, subs are awesome. When that subscriber alert pings, chat pops off with hey guys and custom emotes, and creators can't help but give a warm shout of appreciation. It's the kind of bleed purple support, show of support that makes the community so amazing. But beyond that moment of hype, subscribing means something even more. It's a long-term support for streamers and their content, a vote to keep going and keep creating. It's unlocking new emotes and representing a community everywhere on Twitch. It's having an important part in building a community to be proud of. Here's the thing though, we've heard from fans everywhere that it's not equally affordable around the world to show support, access custom emotes, and enjoy all the other benefits that come with being a subscriber. That's because the price of a tier 1 subscription on the web is roughly the equivalent of $4.99 USD in every country. This price makes it difficult for many viewers to support their favorite creators, and likewise prevents creators from being able to grow their communities, make more content, and welcome new fans. This isn't just anecdotal, it's reflected clearly in the numbers. The percentage of active users in Europe or Asia who support creators with a subscription is roughly 50% lower relative to North America. In Latin America, it's nearly 80% lower. It's time for subscription pricing that's adjusted for where viewers live. Prices that make it so more people than ever can feel comfort showing their support and enjoying this benefit of a subscription. Read on to learn more about local subscription pricing, when it's coming, which countries are up first, how we're supporting creators through these changes. Important. How to give us feedback and more. Okay, so just real quick. So they're talking about how subs are not the same price everywhere, right? Makes sense. So I believe in like they said here in the article, they said, you know, it's $4.99 USD. Now, where I live in Scotland, if I want to subscribe to someone, it's £4.99. If I'm not wrong. I believe that's correct, right? I subscribe to Sir Humps, £4.99 a month. Now, £4.99 and $4.99 are not the same, right? So I'm actually paying more than someone in the US that's subscribing to Sir Humps. But Sir Humps, for this example, we're just going to use Humps. Sir Humps still gets the same $2.50, right? Now, there's probably taxes and stuff in there that make a difference, right? In the UK, maybe there's extra tax or something that we pay. I don't know. But basically, yes. So again, to up that even more, right? If Sir Humps gets a viewer from America that gifts 5 subs, that costs them $25. But if I go into his channel and I gift 5 subs, that's £25. Now, there's actually a bigger difference. That's actually a significant difference in price between the pound and the dollar, right? Okay, so that's kind of what they're looking... I think, if I'm right, I think that's what they're saying in this article here. That's one of the reasons why, like, in America, it seems like, you know, active subscribers are higher than, you know, 50% higher than Europe or Asia and 80% higher than Latin America. Okay? So I think that's what they're saying. Now, the bit that concerns me straight away is how we're supporting creators through these changes. So that's the bit that gets me right away, because that immediately makes me think something's going to change with the cut that creators receive, right? The actual amount they receive, but we'll go further into it. So over the next few months, we'll be adjusting the price of subscriptions, existing subs, new paid subs, and gift subs in most countries to better align with their local cost of living. First up will be Mexico and Turkey on May 20th, 2021, which are home to creators and viewers who have been passionate about this change for quite some time. Mexico and Turkey will be followed by most countries in Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East, Africa, and Europe starting in Q3 2021. This gradual rollout will help the community adjust more smoothly to such an impactful change. We'll continue to update the community as we ready more countries and regions for the price change rollout. The most important thing to take away here is that subscription prices in the vast majority of countries outside of the US will be lowered. Sounds like a good thing, right? That sounds like a good thing. For a full list of impacted countries, go here. Yeah, that's fine. A viewer's subscription price will be based on where they live and have set up their Twitch payment method. We've designed this pricing model to ensure that prices are appropriately set for viewers wherever they live. For creators, this means that some viewers in their channels may see different prices, which would be kind of interesting. So this change will make it easier for creators everywhere to grow their communities while making it more affordable for viewers to show their support and access subscriber benefits, like ad-free viewing when enabled by the creator, which that's a whole other thing. Custom channel emotes, sub-tenure badges, channel point multipliers, and sub-only chat mode. What did you link me there, Tree? Is this a different article on the same thing? It has more info. Okay, cool. Well, we'll go through that next. Perfect. Thank you. Right, so there are two main reasons driving local price changes. First is that viewers have let us know they want to be able to support creators and help grow their favorite communities, no matter where they live. The second is that creators will benefit from the price reduction in the long term as subscriptions become more affordable for viewers around the world. See, again, what they're saying, creators will benefit from the price reduction in the long term, which maybe suggests they won't benefit in the short term, but we'll see. Prior to making this decision, we conducted several price tests and saw that lower sub prices boosted overall monthly subs and sub revenue for creators. In one recent test in Brazil, lower sub prices more than doubled creator revenue and total subscriber count. Sounds good, right? That does sound good. Newly released Twitch promotions for first-time subscribers and first-time gifters have shown revenue increases in Latin America and Europe as well. So they're talking about when they do the thing where it's like, hey, they maybe have like September, for example. If you remember, every September they do September where you can subscribe for like half the price or something. It's like super cheap, or maybe it's like only a dollar. I can't remember the details of September exactly, but they basically made it much cheaper for your brand new sub to a channel. And they have a thing now where if you sub for multiple months, it's cheaper over multiple months. So I guess that's what they're referring to there. So supporting creators through the changes. Creator revenue is obviously really important, and we've kept them front of mind with every decision we've made. Across the board, our tests clearly showed making subs more affordable for more viewers boosts creator revenue. However, the fact remains that these were tests, and when we're making changes that could affect creator revenue, we don't want to leave any stone unturned. We are confident lower sub prices will boost creator growth and revenue in the long term, but we knew we also had to minimize potential dips in creator revenue during this early adjustment period. So they're straight up saying we had to minimize dips in creator revenue during the period. So I think that is suggesting that if that country has a reduced price of a sub, the streamer, it sounds like the creator is getting half of the reduced price, right? So for example, I mean, it's hard because, like, again, if somebody subscribes to me in Scotland, Hawk, if you subscribe to me, it's £2.50. I get paid in US dollars, so I would get, or no, sorry, it's £5. But as the streamer, I would get $2.50. Like, I don't get £2.50 from your sub. I think I get $2.50 if I'm not, I don't know the specifics of it, but that's how it works in my head. So I'm not sure how this works, but it sounds like, yeah, if they're reducing the price, then you're reducing the amount the creator gets as well. Hopefully more subs come through, meaning more sub points. Yeah, true. Sub price will go down. So yeah, more subs, but each one will be worth less to the creator. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying here. So it should from $2.50 a sub to $50.50. You still technically lose out. Well, so this is what I'm confused about. Because again, I know that like if I subscribe to another Scottish creator, like JP, right? I'm sub to JP. So it costs me £2.50 a month. But I think JP's only getting $2.50 because it works out as like, hey, you got a £5 sub, but it's actually a $5 sub, the way Twitch sees it, right? It's confusing. I am confused. But anyway, okay. So it says we're launching a 12-month program that guarantees a certain level of revenue for eligible creators. Here's how the program works. We highly recommend you read the complete details. Is this the article you linked me, Tree? Yes, perfect. Okay, well, let's go through this and then we'll go back to the link. So, creator revenue is obviously... Oh no, we covered that. Sorry. Here's how the program works. Twitch will cover 100% of baseline channel and Prime sub revenue if needed for 3 calendar months, including the month of the price change. After that, we will slowly decrease incentive payments by 25% every 3 months over the following 9 months, totaling a 12-month period of providing revenue adjustment incentives. So effectively, they're saying, if you're eligible, even though the price that you're going to get from each subscriber is going to be dropping, they're going to cover that for the first 3 months. And then after that, they'll slowly bring those down. And then over the 12 months total, it'll be down to 50-50 with the subscriber and, you know, with the creator and Twitch. So they're going to cover the price change if you're eligible, right? Which we'll get into. That's interesting. I'm not bothered about money. Would rather have a better community, so I don't reckon this works in my favor if UK prices go down, but I can see folks who rely on Twitch as a source of income having it rough for a while. Yeah, right. And again, obviously, as you guys know, I don't do this full time. I do this part-time. I have a job, right? So this isn't necessarily going to affect me badly either, but for somebody who is full-time and is relying on the money, this could be something that's interesting, which is why I want to go through it, you know? My understanding is the £5 sub would actually turn to $8, but Twitch still only give you half of the $4.99 and keep the rest. I think so. I think so. So let's keep going through it. So it says it all starts with baselines. Basically, we'll take a look at how much money a creator's made from paid and Prime subs in the last 3 months, as well as how many hours were streamed live, and calculate averages. These averaged baseline stats will be visible in the creator dashboard for eligible creators in countries where the price changed. So this isn't going to affect until the end of the year anyway, because they said Q3 2021 before they get round to like the UK, like where I am, for example. As long as that creator streams at least 85% of their live baseline hours in a month and meets certain other eligibility criteria, we'll pay that creator a revenue adjustment incentive to make up for any lost revenue from subs. When the creator outperforms their average, i.e. they get more sub revenue, they'll receive the increased amount, not the incentive payment, but they may be eligible for future months should they need it. So they're saying, hey, we'll work out your average sub income each month. We're going to work out your average of what you get for subs. Provided you still stream 85% of your hours, of your average hours that month, right? So you can't just take a month off and still get paid your average subs. You still have to stream 85% of the average hours, right? And certain other criteria. They'll then work out, okay, here's your average sub income. Here's what you've actually got now that the price has gone down. We'll cover the difference. Right? Cool. However, they're saying if the next month you get more subscribers, so say you suddenly double your sub count that month, they're not going to pay you the extra. They're just going to say, hey, that's fine. But then the next month you go back to your average subs, they'll then potentially cover that again. Okay? Interesting. It says, once local sub pricing begins rolling out, eligible creators will be able to use their dashboard to view their monthly baseline amounts, actual subscription revenue, and upcoming streaming requirements. So it sounds like they're going to update the dashboard so you can see that baseline, which is quite interesting as well. Because right now, you can look at individual months. You can look at a large period. You can set your dashboard. It'll say, how much money did I make from subs from January to April, right? You can set that, but it doesn't give you an average or a baseline. So that's interesting that they're doing that. Let's quickly read the eligibility on this, okay? So Twitch subscription prices are adjusted to better reflect the cost of living where a subscriber lives. We price subscriptions this way to enable creators of yours to build communities. Yes, that's fine. So the adjustment applies to tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 subs. It does apply to community gift subs and single gift subs, and it applies to multi-month subscriptions, okay? So subscribers will continue to enjoy the same benefits, like ad-free viewing when it's enabled, badges, emotes, and sub-only chat. Subscribers will continue to see a shareable private call-out in chat. Okay, right, yeah, where it lets you share the resub, okay. As well as recurring sub anniversary reminder. Okay, so nothing's changing with your sub. You still get all the same things. So, change impacts all monetizing affiliates and partners on Twitch with subscribed viewers from countries where the price has changed. Cool. Local subscription pricing. Well, yeah, that's actually interesting as well then, because if I'm in the UK, but say I do have a viewer in Mexico or Turkey that's subscribed, they get affected with the price change. That's still going to affect me, even though it's not rolled out in the UK yet, I think. To me, and I'm not as close to this as you are, it sounds like they're putting further conditions in place for you to make the same amount of income. The way I would view this overall is they're not making these changes to benefit the underlying streamer and the money they create. They're making these changes to enhance the income they as a company are making. Yes. Yes. And listen, I think at a baseline here, what Twitch is trying to say is, for most countries, it's going to be cheaper to subscribe. And they expect, hey, subs are cheaper, chances are you might get more subs. So overall, it's win-win. Because people that maybe are in countries where subscriptions are much more expensive, they're now going to be able to subscribe at a cheaper price, right? So they're effectively, if you want to just completely boil this down, they're saying Twitch subs cost less, but hopefully you'll get more because they cost less. Which is a good thing overall, right? That's a good thing. This seems to be a good change. And they've even went as far as to say, well, yeah, we know this is going to impact some people, you know, when this initially rolls out. Because, you know, perhaps that, well, cheaper subs means more subs isn't a golden rule. That's not always going to happen. You know, not every single streamer on Twitch is suddenly going to double their sub count because it's cheaper. And they also recognize that there might be that time when there's a gap. So they're doing this year-long program of balancing it out, which is interesting. It's interesting. It's like I used to work at a company where there was regular bonuses every month. And it was like substantial bonuses, and your salary was paid much lower because your bonuses were really, really good. And people got used to having a bonus every month, and then they decided, we're taking away the bonuses, but we're going to increase everyone's salary to make up for it. And then they had this period where they would pay smaller bonuses for a few months to kind of balance it out. So it's similar to that, which is, I think is good foresight by Twitch. I think that's smart that Twitch did that. So I'm actually thinking good for them on that. So how does it affect creators? The program lowers the prices of subscriptions for viewers in the vast majority of countries. Notable exceptions include United States, Canada, Switzerland, Israel, and Japan. For full list of impacted countries, lower prices means more viewers can support creators. Creator subscription revenue is directly related. So here we go. Creator subscription revenue is directly related to the price viewers pay and will change by a corresponding amount. So now, instead of a baseline, let's say I have 10 subs. And at the end of that month, I've got 10 subs, $2.50 per sub. I made $25, right? If that's what we say, yeah, 10 subs, $2.50 per sub, I made $25. Now, not every sub is worth the same to a creator, right? So if you're subscribed in a country where the subscription is much cheaper and you subscribe to a streamer, they get less from that. So now not all tier 1 subs are equal, is what I'm understanding, right? The revenue adjustment applies to both paid and Prime subscriptions. Interesting. How does it apply to a Prime subscription? Just based on the country? So if I'm in a country where a sub is cheaper, but I use my Prime, they work it out as if I was a paid sub. I think what they're saying, right? So a Prime and a paid are still the same, depending on which country you're in. Creator revenue shares will not change as a result of lowering the price of subscriptions around the world. VPN time. Well, so that's interesting as well, because I don't know if a VPN would work, because it's still going to have to come from a bank account, and the bank account's going to be in whatever country it's in. So I know that's a joke, but I don't actually think that would work if I'm thinking about it. So lowering the price of subscriptions mean that more viewers around the world. Yeah, we know that's fine. The creator revenue adjustment incentive guarantees 100% of all eligible creators recurring, community gifting, single gift, multi-month, and Prime sub revenue for 3 calendar months. So for 3 calendar months after the change, you do not notice any difference, because Twitch will balance out the difference. And then for the next 9 months, they'll still balance the difference, but they'll be reducing it by 25% each month, so that by the time the 12 months is over, you're back down to 0. And they're just working out. So Twitch is hoping by the time that 12 months is over, your sub count is going to be higher, and you won't really see a much difference anyway. It makes sense. Eligible creators will qualify for revenue adjustments for up to 12 months when 20% or more of their revenue comes from viewers impacted. Okay, so yeah, so that's the important part there. So you're eligible when 20% or more of their sub revenue comes from viewers impacted by local subscription pricing. Right? So it's good, right? That is a good move by Twitch to cover that. GeoGuessr, we have to guess the sub price. Gravy, thank you for the follow. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so we know this already covered. Baselines, you're going to be able to see your baseline in your dashboard. So we know, and baseline is going to apply to your sub revenue, your hours streamed, etc. Right? And that's the statistic, that's the figure that Twitch is going to use to work out, you know, if they need to cover the difference and make up the difference. Okay, so we know that. So that's good, right? So it breaks it down here. So monthly average sub revenue and live hours broadcast. So worked on your previous 3 months, your average sub revenue and hours based. So for the months 1 to 3, you get 100% of that baseline. Cool, right? Months 4 to 6, you get 75%, 79, 50% of it, and months 10 to 12, 25% of it. After the 12 months, there's no revenue adjustment anymore. That goes away. So initial eligibility, 20% of your baseline subs have to come from countries outside the US, Canada, Japan, Israel, Switzerland, and minor outlying territories, right? So 20% has to come from countries where there has been a price change. Okay? So if 90% of your subscribers are in America, there's no price change. This doesn't affect you, right? At least it doesn't affect you in terms of you don't get the revenue adjustment thing, okay? You must stream 85% of your hours. We covered that. They must live stream a minimum of 5 hours. Creators will be asked to stream no more than 200 hours per month if they normally stream this much. Hours broadcast must be live. Reruns do not count. Okay. So eligible creators receive revenue adjustments in any month they don't outperform their baseline. So if you go way over your hours for that month and you still are down on your sub revenue, they're not going to cover you because you've way went past your hours. They will not receive revenue adjustments in any month they outperform the baseline earnings. Oh, it says earnings. Okay, so maybe not then. Maybe not. The 12-month adjustment period will be available to creators even if they don't meet the ongoing eligibility in a given month. So if you don't meet it 1 month and then you meet it the next month, then you're covered. So it's going to give you that baseline. So it's good that it's going to cover that in your dashboard. You're going to be able to see it in your dashboard. So local subscription prices will help viewers support their favorite creators by making sub prices more affordable where they live. Creators should continue to stream and build their channel audience as normal. Creators can help raise awareness of local subscription pricing as part of their everyday conversation. As part of their efforts to raise awareness, creators can unlock viewer support by setting sub goals on their channels, promoting sub gifting through leaderboards, and motivating viewers to help them unlock more emote slots. Okay, so interesting. So that's about the eligibility for this creator revenue adjustment incentive. The CRY, C-R-A, CRY? Yeah, we'll work on that. But that's interesting. So what else have we got through here? So we've clicked that link. Oh, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. What's up? Hello. Time to squeeze them viewers. I pay £3.33 a month for student Amazon Prime, but get a free Twitch sub each month, which means they're not gaining much from that. No, true, they're not. Absolutely. Absolutely true. So, as part of our efforts to help creators grow and build communities, we'll be launching promotional campaigns in countries all around the world, reminding viewers of the sub price change in their country. To take advantage of the increased awareness, it's critical that creators do their part to make sure their communities know about the new lower sub pricing. One great way to do this is by announcing the update live in your stream. Well, looky here, chat. Aren't we ahead of the curve? This is also a great time to level up a channel by adding more emotes to available emote slots or running sub goals to unlock even more. And as always, there are more tips on how to build a community on Creator Camp. So as mentioned above, the new pricing program will debut first in Mexico and Turkey on May 20th. 3 days time. The new tier 1 prices in Turkey, I don't know how much this works off the top of my head for in relation to like USD or pounds, but those are the new prices, if that means anything to you. So I have thoughts on this. Let's try and summarize this the best we can. Let me put my light back on. That's true as well, Scott. You can support the stream with a donation of your money. Yeah, okay. 48 pesos, $2.42. Interesting. Okay. So that's a significant difference from the $4.99 that you're looking at. So to summarize this, right? To break it down as much as we can. Twitch is going to be reducing the price of the subs in most places that are outside of like the US, Canada. There's a few others that they mentioned, right? So overall, if you're outside of the US, chances are a subscription is going to be cheaper for you in this coming year. Fantastic news. If you're a viewer, amazing, right? If there's a streamer you wanted to support previously, but you know, it's really expensive, you know, in your local currency, fantastic news for you. Okay, great. As a streamer, if more than 20%, is that right? If more than 20% of your audience is in a country where the price has gone down, then Twitch are willing to cover that difference. 100% for 3 months, and then dropping by 25% each month after that. Well, over the next 9 months, sorry. Wow, interesting trees. That's only $1.19. Interesting. Overall, chat, I think this is a good thing. I think this is a good thing, right? It's going to open up being able to subscribe and being able to be part of a community as a subscriber in places where it previously wasn't possible, right? It's going to cover up in more places, you know, so that you can potentially, you know, they've keep saying through the whole article, subs are going to be cheaper, but hopefully you'll get more subs, right? Great. If you're a creator, in theory, great, makes sense. Now, if you are your community, right, is more, and I think I would probably come into this. I think a lot of my community are in the UK, or outside of the US. If our price goes down, right, more than 20% of my subscribers, I would guess, are outside of the US and they're in those countries. So my sub count, my sub revenue potentially is going to drop, but Twitch is going to cover it based on an average that they work out. As long as I keep streaming. Basically, for 3 months, you're just going to be streaming and they're going to just pay you that baseline, which is really good news. And then they wean you off of it for 9 months. And at the end of that year, you're just dealing with it. I think it's good. People are obviously going to they're going to have things to complain about, things to worry about. But I think overall we can agree that that's a good change. Real quick, if you watched this video on YouTube, because I'm going to upload this to YouTube shortly after the stream chat. If you watched it and you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Share it with a friend. If they're confused about how this works, let them know. Thank you. All right, chat. That's the YouTube part done. Thank you, thank you, thank you.